Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here with the No Surrender pay-per-view happening live for free on Destination America tomorrow. The main event is going to be EC3, your TNA World Heavyweight Champion, going up against Matt Hardy in a Full Metal Mayhem match. People not really familiar with TNA. Full Metal Mayhem is aka a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Definitely a match that really put Matt Hardy on the map in WWE with those, Edge and Christian, the Hardys, and the Dudleys matches back in the early 2000s. Definitely, Edge took the TLC match and really made it his own. But definitely, I can see them playing to the corner of Matt Hardy, saying that he is the favorite to win this match at No Surrender. Tomorrow night, seeing how Matt Hardy is the first person to step up to EC3 after becoming the champion and beating Kurt Angle at the last big show that they had. Of course, that it was supposed to take place at the pay-per-view, but basically TNA, in desperate measures, trying to help out television and not lose their Destination America deal, ended up moving the show onto Destination America with EC3 winning the championship and moving on from there. Of course, how this match came to be was Bully Ray, who was the then acting general manager, probably one of the shortest reigns of a general manager ever in history, coming in and saying that EC3 had to have a #1 contender. He put Matt Hardy in a match one-on-one against Bobby Roode. The stipulation ended up being a tables match, which was won by Matt Hardy. And then when it came down for Matt Hardy to pick the stipulation of the match, we had a return of Jeff Hardy to the Impact Zone, coming down to the ring and helping his brother pick the stipulation of Full Metal Mayhem as the stipulation of the match. So that's basically how we got to be here. EC3, definitely in TNA. I know that this isn't a pay-per-view really for money, but in a desperate time, I can see Matt Hardy as the guy that really steps up to the plate and really delivers a great match. At one point, when you listen to interviews or you hear Matt Hardy talk about his body, definitely, he says from a spot that he did with the match in Edge, a spot that he did with Edge, where he jumped off the top of the cage, delivering the big leg drop. He says his tailbone has never been the way. He still hobbles around and still doesn't have a full walking stride since that one move way back in the day. And I know that Matt Hardy is a guy that he's posted his pay stubs on Twitter to basically back up the fact that TNA does pay their wrestlers, and I don't know. I mean, Matt Hardy's in a place in his career that definitely he's going to take high risk, because I think that he wants to be the best wrestler that he could be, even though he has this sort of internet following of people that really hate this guy and love to get him down. And I'm sure Matt Hardy has made a ton of money being that guy that people love to hate. He definitely played that up to the fullest in Ring of Honor before moving over to TNA, of just being the guy that the internet loves to kick while he's down. He's made some mistakes in his life, and he's done his best to fix himself. I think that Matt Hardy, at the end of the day, is possibly one of the nicest guys there is in the wrestling business. If you ever go to like a meet and greet or a fan expo or whatever you want to call him, he really understands that you're paying to be there and you're paying to be at the shows, and that's how they pay him. And he's turned being a fan himself into wrestling on trampolines, and then starting up his own wrestling promotion, to becoming a WWE enhancement guy on Monday Night Raw, to becoming part of the talent, and then becoming one of the biggest stars of the Attitude Era, and one of the guys that you really remember because of those tag team matches. I don't see EC3 losing the championship this soon into his reign. I'm definitely thinking that they're going to run with EC3 as long as they can. But I think that definitely this is going to be a really good match for Impact. And I think that this really could surprise some people. I think that when it comes down to it, I think that, Jeff Hardy, who's, he's not returning, but he's making appearances for TNA with his broken leg. It definitely will be out there at ringside, but I think the one person that plays heavily into this match will be Tyrus, the bodyguard of EC3. How much will he play into this match, and will he be the guy that comes that makes the outcome of Matt Hardy losing it? I just don't see EC3 losing, but definitely every time that Matt Hardy steps into the ring for a Full Metal Mayhem or a TLC match, he's going to give his own. I remember WrestleMania weekend at the WrestleCon, I guess you can say super indie show. It was the main event at the Hardys versus Sabu and Rob Van Dam, and those guys beat the hell out of each other with some chairs. There was some table spots in there. They went the full route, and I mean, this was just a small independent show down the road from WrestleMania. They gave every fan their money's worth to get into that show. I think everybody paid $31 if you did a pre-order, or $40 if you bought your ticket the day of the event. And I don't think anybody left that show unhappy. That main event really did deliver. That was one of the matches that was named when I bought my ticket, that I knew that it was going to be awesome to see those four guys get in the ring for, I don't know if it was the first time, but definitely the first time that I had ever seen the match. EC3 is the guy that came in to TNA with the gimmick that he just was not that good, because he was a Carter. They picked him the best and easiest opponents to boost his record, but now here he is sitting at the top. It doesn't look like Dixie Carter is going to be giving him an easy ride since she's coming back, and it looks like she's playing a babyface. But like everybody else out there, I'm waiting for that turn to happen where she's exposed as still being the Dixie Carter of the past. But EC3 has really become, a real, fighting wrestler with wins over Sting, Mr. Anderson, Kurt Angle. He's got 2 over Kurt Angle. Bully Ray. He's been able to beat all these guys, and I think that tomorrow night, I keep on forgetting that TNA is on Wednesdays, No Surrender. I can easily see EC3 being able to add Matt Hardy to that list.